What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Civilization 5 with the mini continents AI only world battle. Hope you're enjoying it so far. It seems like a lot of you are, a lot of positive comments. So yeah, that's good. A lot of you enjoying it, excited by the action. There is plenty going on, and we're going to get right back into it as we approach turn 100. A little way to go yet. We will of course do our first info addicts check once we reach turn 100, but for now we'll wait a little bit. But yeah, there's some exciting civs. Rome definitely starting to emerge, I think, as one of the biggest contenders at the moment. If they can get off of Italy, or, around these mountains, or just do, find a way that they can continue to expand. They've been very good these last few turns, but they need to do a little bit more. But I think adding this territory in sort of Greece and the Balkans should be super useful for them. But yeah, there's some very exciting civs. North America is set up for a tantalizing game. You've got the Shoshone looking big. You've got the Sioux looking very powerful. You've got the US, who are the world leaders in technology. So that's a very interesting which one's going to win out over there. California and Texas piecing out. The Aztecs, of course, an emerging power as well as they begin to settle down this way. And they'll have to deal with the South Americans. The Inca and Brazil, of course, massive as well at this point. What's going on down in Africa? Some wars against Benin. Congo sadly not having as much success as they would like so far. They need to get out of here eventually. At some point they will need to find a way out of the corner that they're trapped in. But yeah, plenty of civs here. Oh, Marrakesh, Spain, with just a couple of oh my goodness, how the heck did you how did you lose that, Morocco? Look at all these units. Morocco. Spain, that is so clutch. I mean, Morocco, I don't know why on earth you've pieced out there, but Spain, that is huge. There were so many units around this city. Oh my goodness. Massive play from Spain there. Benin and Mali have pieced out. There we go, that's this way. Not that one, not the other way. And who's this? That is also Benin and Mali. Oh wow, Spain, that is ridiculous. How on earth have they pulled that one off? India trying to cross the Persian Gulf. That looks very strange. Now there's a giant river flowing into it. If not pretty cool. Germany versus Britain. Okay, well that doesn't matter too much. Denmark, maybe, but probably not. Spain versus Britain. Again, Spain's pretty... I know they just pieced out with... Yeah, this isn't going to lead to anything. They can't actually get over here at the moment. They can't go in the deep water. So that doesn't matter all too much. How is East Asia looking? Oh, Mongolia's so close. Surely they're going to get this over the line. Although something tells me they're going to stumble at the final hurdle. Wouldn't surprise me. Wouldn't surprise me at all if they just completely messed it up now. But there you go. We've seen stranger things happen, I guess. Japan's turn. They're definitely a civ. Up to 5 cities now. Another one squeezed in here. I don't think they're out of this. They're certainly a contender as well. So keep an eye on them. For sure. Mali, most literate. Okay, here we go. America is not leading in technology. How have they got so bad? So they were the first into the Renaissance era, but they're now 5 techs behind. What? That doesn't even make sense. America is the only civ with musket men. I'm taking it they just rushed that technology then, like crazy hard. How is this even possible? They are the only civ with... They have Minutemen, which is their equivalent of musket men. I mean, the Shoshone just got them recently. I don't think I've seen anyone else with them. What? And I just closed that list. That's a bit annoying. That makes no sense. Demographic. I won't open the info addicts right now because it might break the game. Literacy. Yeah, apparently France is winning. Okay. I'm confused. What? The US was definitely the first into the Renaissance era. They were certainly the first to have Minutemen or musket men for the other civs. In fact, maybe I'm going blind, but I'm pretty sure just seeing the Shoshone just now is the only other civ I've even seen with musket men. France haven't got any musketeers. So yeah, I'm not... That seems very strange that the US, 5 techs, like that's a lot to be behind. Like that's a really hardcore rush. Almost of 2 whole like bands of technologies in the tech tree just to get there. So that doesn't seem... I don't know. Seem reliable. Maybe would the US just doing really good and then just stopped? Why would they do that though? It's not like they've got worse. The other civs might have got bigger, but I mean it's not like the US just absolutely fell off a cliff and are doing rubbish now. So yeah, that doesn't really make any sense to me. But I guess they've just absolutely hardcore rushed to get their Minutemen, which isn't the worst strategy, because normally they don't even survive long enough to have Minutemen, so, you know, you can't argue. A new dynasty has emerged in the east, of course. The Jar do change names throughout the game, but we'll just call them the Jar the whole time, because it's easier. They probably won't make it the whole way through this one, so it shouldn't be too difficult to keep an eye of, at least this time. Mongolia with another city. I'm glad they're settling a bit more. You know, we need someone to sort of stand up to Korea a little bit. They've been doing okay. I mean, they're not running away with it, but conquering Beijing was good. They're not like a #1 civ in the world, but they are looking pretty good in East Asia out of the civs that are around them for now, and they've just completed a wonder at Angkor Wat, and India with the Great Mosque of Zen. So a nice couple of wonders for those civs. Let's see, when are we getting our next big war? I don't think there's too many cities being sort of sieged out at the moment, or close to falling. Yeah, this is very little damage. Memphis here is under a little bit of pressure, but nothing crazy. Edinburgh here, probably going to fall to Spain. So there you go, Britain. But I mean, if Britain was going to lose a city, you know, you'd probably pick that one. So that's okay. I mean, they're going to lose control of the channel. A couple of mines. I mean, it's not going to be the greatest city in the world. It's fine. And also, if Spain gets it, that sets Spain and France up to go to war again in the future. For sure. Rome is trying to attack France. I'm not sure this will go too well for them. I think it's a little bit early in terms of the technologies. Also, the city isn't coastal, which doesn't help. Makes it very awkward. How is Attila getting on? He was one of those 3 civs joint at the top on 27 techs with France, and I think it was Korea or somebody else. Korea's normally up there, so that's just an assumption, but maybe not. They're looking okay. Russia's looking pretty good too, though, so there will be a big battle between them at some point, I am sure. See, Mongolia's over here now as well. They crossed the river, but the city sort of safely behind the mountains. There's going to be one more city maybe from the Aztecs. Brazil with the Inca, I don't think it's too early. Not quite the technologies for this just yet, especially with this giant river. Just sort of separating them. But it's pretty cool to see. The Aztecs, this is their last chance. They'll end up like down here or somewhere. Let's not get our hopes up. We probably won't be getting a Panama Canal. This is literally the last tile, I think. This is double width, so... Unless that one's maybe... No, yeah, look, it's not quite. It looks weird, but yeah. They can't squeeze through there. And Spain does grab Edinburgh. So, Britain loses city. Not so good for them. I'm trying to look, where is there still some gaps to be settled? Here, maybe you're going to get one more city. You're going to get a few in the Caribbean at some point, which is a good place. There's good resources available there. Iceland, I mean, probably an island will get settled at some point, but there's nothing, you know, no standout resources other than that marble. Scandinavia still very much available. Some good resources out this way, here as well. Germany's already there with Munich, and I'm sure we'll see maybe another settler or two from some other civs sooner or later. Some little spaces in the tundra. A little bit here next to Egypt. I mean, like a city here would not be misplaced, I guess. You could probably squeeze one in and do fine. But that leaves most of Africa then unavailable. Madagascar still possibly, some good opportunities in Madagascar. And then the other key hotspot, I think, for cities, obviously there is this area with the Himalayas and stuff, but that's not as attractive. I would say the Indonesian islands certainly pretty attractive. Guinea here, lots of resources. This island's got some good resources. Yeah, just some genuinely pretty good islands out there for someone to go and make the most of. Not sure who it'll be, but somebody can do that. The Aztecs into the Renaissance era, and they did it. They gave us a Panama Canal. There you go. Good job, Aztecs. They've settled. I think they didn't do it. I think the Inca kind of forced them to do it by how close, where their cities are sort of strategically positioned, but never mind. We'll give the credit to the Aztecs. They're looking pretty good. They get musket men now, and finally we might see a strong sort of Mexican civ. We don't normally get that, or a Central American civ. Normally when I put in the Aztecs and the Mayans, it just goes horribly wrong. So maybe this is their chance. Especially with Texas and, I mean, to be fair, Texas is looking intimidating. These civs are just ready to... It's going to be so difficult for all three of them. Obviously, in the long run, the Aztecs will probably win it out because they have more production, I'm guessing, with more cities. But, you know, they all have filled their borders pretty much with units. So, I guess it's a question of time. Like, does the Aztecs take them out before they cross the river? And obviously, what position will these three be in as well, north of the river? Could be interesting to keep an eye on. The US, I think this is new. Just grabbed Atlanta within their own borders already, I believe. But just another city will be useful. Bit of extra production. Not really any extra resources. I say it was already sort of within their territory. As far as I'm aware, I think it was pretty close. Or, maybe just added a couple of tiles to it. Nothing crazy. How is Siam doing? They've not been getting much of my attention. I've left them pretty much unwatched. There's a few civs who have been lacking a bit of attention from us. Ethiopia, they're just doing their thing at the moment, fighting Burundi pretty unsuccessfully. Same goes for Rhodesia. Too early for you to be taking that. Arabia and Babylon, they've been left to do their own thing in these last couple of episodes, but since they've pieced out, it's been pretty chill. Khazar, they're not getting much attention, but they're just living their best life here in the desert. The coastal empire looks pretty cool. Attila has crossed over the water here. I don't know if he'll settle. It'll be a very awkward city if he does, but it would give him control of this part of this channel of water. And you can see there is going to be a lot more boats, I feel, in this game. Obviously, with all these rivers providing opportunities, even if it's just going to be new sort of areas for naval combat to take place. Even, like here, Burundi, Mercuria, Benin can all have loads of boats inland that normally they just wouldn't even bother to have. So we'll see, and it maybe puts less pressure on the land units as well. Australia, they're still here. They're just doing their thing again. They're kind of a placeholder civ. They're not expected to. If they go on and win, that would be pretty awesome. But they're only here because if I didn't have them here, whichever civ is in the lead would probably find Australia and just sort of snowball into the lead. Sometimes we have to have civs like that, I'm afraid, that just fill the space. Yeah, because you can't just leave it open. Indonesia is normally pretty similar, but I just chose not to put them in this time because I just had enough civs already. I filled the roster. There was a few mods that I turned on. I was like, yep, we'll use them. And then we were putting them in the game, populating it. And I was like, oh no, we don't have the space. It happens. It's fine. Obviously, I think I got used to the 65, using the 65 civ mod as well sometimes. So that doesn't help either. Or 63. So that didn't help. The US completes Himeji Castle. So a wonder for them. Come on, America. I'm rooting for you this game. This is your time to shine. Come on. France and Great Britain have peaced out. No cities changing hands, which is good news. Rome, how are you doing? I wish I was rooting for Rome. If you pick Rome, I think you might be onto a winner. I don't know. I have no idea. I haven't looked at the info addicts. I haven't looked. We had a brief peek at the demographics. The Sioux, Korea, Russia. Not that this tells us too much. The Sioux leading on most categories, to be fair. Soldiers and literacy for Korea. Soldiers, really? That's surprising. Okay. Russia's got the most money. Morocco is losing money. China is struggling. Britain with low approval. And obviously we can't tell about the other low ones because I'm in last place. Korea, I don't know. I'm guessing it's just because their Hwachas and the triremes and Galeases are worth quite a big number. Because, they're not the most intimidating country in the world, but there you go. Mongolia grabbed a city over the river too. How are Germany looking? Oh, they might actually grab Manchester here in Denmark. Danish Manchester, of course, not regular Manchester. We'll see how this goes, but yeah, this should probably a good take for Germany. I think that's probably their best option right now. I would stay away from Rome and the Huns. Let them get weak doing other things, right? If Russia's beaten the Huns up, that's when you try and take Warsaw off of them. Don't do anything stupid if I was Germany. Get Manchester, you get a city up here in Norway and just focus on fighting your way out. Picking your moments. You've got to be opportunistic. Look at when is Britain weak, when is France weak, make the most of it. But Spain may end up grabbing Leeds here in Cornwall, so it's again a bit of a struggle for Great Britain. Britain has now got a scout in the deep ocean, so they have got that navigation technology. I don't know if anyone else has got that yet. I'm not seeing anybody. Oh, India's out here. Okay, India and Great Britain. Maybe India's going to go find Great Britain and take them out. Get a bit of revenge. There you go, for real life. There we go. Go and reverse colonization. Right. Ooh, India's getting close here. I was not expecting this, but they've thrown everything at it, so they want to hope it works. Not many units left behind. How have they not got the most population? 18, 12, 10. That's pretty good. The Sioux, though, oh, 20, 10, 13, 10, 8, 8. Okay, fair enough. Never mind. I knew the Sioux was doing well, but that is pretty good. They've really made the most of the food in this region. But I do like this. It's kind of like the central of the US. We've sort of taken out a lot of Canada. I know Canada's a bit lower, but you've got like the east, the center, and then the west. It's kind of exciting. And then you've got the southern states as well that are a bit more of a mess. And the Aztecs looking very, very scary. As are the Inca and Brazil, I think. Maybe not right now, but towards the end, I think they'll be looking a lot better as well. Obviously, it's just hard to sort of see them relative to the other civs because they're sort of on their own a bit further away. But that will be it for this episode. So as always, if you have enjoyed, be sure to leave a like and a comment down below. Next episode will probably hit about turn 100, and then the one after that we'll have a look at the info addicts. So that should be exciting. But yeah, if you have enjoyed, be sure to leave a like, leave a comment down below. Be sure to subscribe as well if you are new to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.